Leading off for Gonzales, the shortstop, number 20, Joshua Marchand.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. We're in Ozark, Alabama. It is the last game of the day, and all in all, considering that there's been opening ceremonies, there's been rain falling intermittently in the afternoon, to be able to get this game underway about 11 minutes late. Not too shabby considering five games preceded this one. Gonzales, Louisiana taking on Ozark, Alabama. Host team taking on a squad from a little bit west of here. Joshua Marchand stepping in to lead things off for Gonzales. And will face Harrison Gray on the hill. And with the first Gray pitch, this one's underway, fouled away by Marchand. Hunter Arnold batting in the 2 spot. Spencer Stevens hits third. Jaden Eddy is the 4-hitter. Clayton Poche is the 5 guy. Colton Poche hits 6th. Stephen LeBlanc in the 7 spot. Adam Shea Snyder batting 8. And Hayden McPhail is the 9-hitter for Gonzales. Pitches inside, and the count evens up at 1. Harrison Gray on the hill for Ozark. Behind the plate, Carson Dunlap. First baseman is Blaine McDaniel. At second, Trevor Morris. Shortstop, Max Bergreen. As it is popped up behind the plate, Dunlap reaches up, makes the catch, and there's one gone. One away for Hunter Arnold.
Now batting the second baseman, number 3, Hunter Arnold.
Ryan Ledford is at third. In the outfield for Ozark, Aaron Andrews in left. Center fielder, Javon Christian. And the right fielder is Landon Joseph. Swing and a miss by Arnold. Rain may still be falling, but it's very light. Never really has been heavy today. Got heavy enough in Dothan at the West Seminole Cana, Virginia game, and to be suspended. And as a matter of fact, this isn't the end of the road for baseball. There is the remainder of a game after this one wraps up. It's the end of our coverage for day one, but it's not the end of baseball. 0-2 to Arnold. It is softly hit to short. Catch made by Bergreen. And there's 2 gone. Spencer Stevens coming to the plate.
Now batting the pitcher, number 16, Spencer Stevens.
Never was particularly hot today. Hit about 89 is the high. There's been the threat of rain all day long. There was time around 4 o'clock, I guess, maybe a little before, where it certainly looked very ominous. But never delayed play here. And then in between the game that ended prior to the opening ceremonies and those opening ceremonies, rain began to fall a bit, but nothing that's been able to hinder play. Rolled over towards first. Scooped up by McDaniel. He will go over to the bag, and 1-2-3 goes Gonzales in the top part of the inning. We go to the bottom part. Last game on day one here on JockJive Sports.
Right here,
We head to the bottom of the first. Top part of the inning goes 1, 2, 3. Marchand, Arnold, and Stevens. Marchand popping out behind the plate. Arnold lining out to short. Stevens grounding out to first. So nothing out of the infield in the top part of the inning.
First baseman number 3.
Blaine McDaniel will step in to start things for Ozark. Ryan Ledford batting in the 2 spot. Carson Dunlap hits third. Harrison Gray is the 4-hitter. Max Bergreen batting 5th. Landon Joseph in that 6 spot. Trevor Morris hitting 7th. Javon Christian hits 8th. And Aaron Andrews is the 9 guy. Spencer Stevens up on the bump for Gonzales, Louisiana. Clayton Poche behind the plate. The first baseman is Jaden Addy. At second, Hunter Arnold. Shortstop, Joshua Marchand. And Stephen LeBlanc is at third. Outfield, Adam Schick-Snyder is in left. Clayton Poche in center. Hayden McPhail is the right fielder. 0-2 on McDaniel. Swats at it, 3 pitches, 1 out in the bottom of the first. And there's 1 away for Ryan Ledford. We go 7, unless somebody's got big leads after 3, 4, or 5, or 6 for that matter. If we're tied up, we go more than 7. And if we hit the hour 50 mark, of course there's some conditions, but around an hour 50 in, the time limit kicks in. 1-0 pitch to Ledford. High and inside, 2-0. Again, we're bringing you all games here at Eagle Stadium. Here's scores from today's finals. 13-4, Wiregrass beats Ruston, Louisiana. Monroe, Louisiana, a 27-zip winner over West Georgia. Charlotte County edging North Charleston 2-zip as the count goes 2-1 on Ledford. 14-1 Greenbrier, Tennessee over Calhoun. And it was Mississippi Elite beating Jolton, Tennessee 25-zip. Swing and a miss to even the count at 2 on Ledford. Carson Dunlap next. 2 gone, make that 1 gone. And a 2-2 count on Ledford. Here in the bottom of the first, pitches into the dirt outside, and the count runs full. Very nice opening ceremonies. Bob Bunting, the mayor of Ozark. Sandy Jones, the commissioner of Dixie Baseball, and the young lady who sang the national anthem. Fly in on a chopper. Land behind second base. Eventually we get the national anthem, and eventually we get the ceremonial first pitch from the mayor. Count full at 3-2. Ledford the right-hander. Stevens the righty. Gonzales. It is hit to third, knocked down there by LeBlanc. And it's thrown to first in time to get Ledford on the 5-3. 2 going for Carson Dunlap.
Now batting, the catcher, number 1, Carson Dunlap.
Harrison Gray moves to the on-deck circle, pitches too high, ball 1. Gonzales trying to do to Ozark in the bottom of the first, what Ozark did to Gonzales in the top part of the inning. A little bit inside, and the count goes 2-0. Gonzales, one of 5 Louisiana teams here in the World Series. 20 teams in all divvied up into 5 different pools, A, B, C, D, and E. Pool play until the last game on Saturday. And then bracket play begins with the 6 p.m. Saturday game. Your 3 games on Sunday. So eventually, out of the 20 teams here, call a World Series champion. Low and away with the pitch, 3-0 to Dunlap. .75 degrees and rain here in Ozark. As a strike is delivered, Dunlap taking and delivering as Stevens. 100% humidity. 5-mile visibility. Another one into the strike zone, and the count runs full. Three balls, couple of strikes. Dunlap awaits. Harrison Gray on deck. Here's the payoff from Stevens. He fell behind on the count. Is caught up and now trying to take care of Dunlap, and does. Three go up, 3 go down in the top and bottom part of the inning. We had the second in a scoreless ball game.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Ozark, a quaint southern town in southeast Alabama, home of Fort Rucker, the world's largest helicopter training facility, and the Army Aviation Museum. While you're in Ozark, enjoy unique shopping and dining. Visit our beautifully manicured downtown square, home of Claybank Jamboree and the Ozark Crawdad and Music Festival. Relax at Ed Lisenby Lake with its excellent fishing and 3-mile walking and birding trail. But no baseball enthusiast can leave Ozark without visiting historic Eagle Stadium, built in 1946. Come enjoy Ozark.
Just about all white, Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it. Top of the second, Jaden Eddy starting things off for Gonzales, and in the 2 Poches, Clayton and Colton. As we get to the mid part of the order in the top of the second, scoreless contest. Winners and losers on day one, but nobody out of the picture as far as the hunt for a World Series title. Everybody's still in the hunt. It's that second loss which probably takes you out, or at least may take you out. 2 balls and a strike on Jaden Eddy. Ozark in the bottom of the first. Same thing happened to them that happened to Gonzales in the top part of the inning. They go 1, 2, 3. And he wraps it over to second. Morris has it, goes to first. And Eddy is out, number 1.
The catcher, number 10.
One away for Clayton Poche. Colton Poche will follow. rainy night in Ozark, Alabama, but not rainy enough to keep the guys from playing pool play in the World Series. Stays up high. Here's Gray trying to get it to break into the strike zone, but hangs up high. 1-0 to Poche. Right-hander awaits. Gray, the righty, comes set, delivers. Launch towards left field on the run. That is Andrews, and it will drop in. On his way to second, Poche, and he's got a stand-up double with one away in the second.
Batting the center fielder, number 12, Colton Poche.
Colton Poche with Clayton Poche at second. So Clayton bats from the right side of the plate, Poche from the left. And a base runner in scoring position for Gonzales as Stephen LeBlanc moves to the on-deck circle. On the inside part of the plate, strike one. One down, one on. We've seen some great baseball today, specifically Charlotte County and North Charleston, South Carolina. And then we've seen some blowouts, 27-zip, 25-zip. Fouled away, 0-2 on Poche. Tomorrow, same slate. Long difference is the 6 o'clock game is the nightcap. 7:30 the nightcap tonight. Supposed to wrap it up at 6 tomorrow. Main room for the opening ceremonies today. 0-2 pitch. Fouled away by Poche. As I mentioned, one more game to complete. And that's West Seminole and Cana coming up. Here's the 0-2 offering on the inside part of the plate at Poche. He is out. They thought they had Poche at second, but Clayton Poche able to tie it back in safely. And there's two gone. That's the first K in the game for Gray.
Batting the third baseman, 19, Stephen LeBlanc.
Stephen LeBlanc trying to drive in the game's first run. Just a bit inside on LeBlanc. Adam Schick-Snyder moving to the on-deck circle. Gray taking a look at the base runner in second. Now coming home with the pitch and misses low and away. When you get to the bottom part of the inning, it's Harrison Gray, Max Bergrain, and Landon Joseph all coming to the plate for Ozark, but Gonzales hoping to hang around the top part of the second a little bit longer. Throw goes to second, and Poche getting back in safely. Two-0 offering on the outside part of the plate, 2-1. Pool A consists of the Wiregrass Cardinals, Chester County, Tennessee, Havana, Florida, Ruston, Louisiana. Pool B, West Georgia, Tanner, Rehoboth, Alabama, Mendenhall, Mississippi, Monroe, Louisiana. C, Charlotte County, Virginia, Calhoun, Louisiana, Greenbrier, Tennessee, North Charleston, South Carolina. D to Quincy, Louisiana, West Seminole, Florida, Kinder, Virginia, and Enterprise, Alabama. And Pool E is where you find these two teams: Gonzales, Ozark, Joelton, and Mississippi Elite. Count runs full on LeBlanc. And everybody plays everybody in the pool once. So 3 games for everybody, a guarantee. And then if you make bracket play, a little bit more. Outside with a pinch walk given to LeBlanc.
Number 4, Adam Scheck-Snyder.
Adam Scheck-Snyder coming to the plate. LeBlanc, the base runner, at first. Poche is at second. Hayden McPhail moves to the on-deck circle. Ozark trying to get out of the top part of the second unscathed, despite a couple of base runners on. Gonzales once runs. Low and inside to Scheck-Snyder. Still a very light rainfall here in Ozark. High pitch, 2-0. And really can't see much from the rain. Just see the rain beads rolling off the roof. That lets us know there's still some shower activity. On the inside part of the plate, 2-1 to Scheck-Snyder. Hayden McPhail to the on-deck circle. For our friends watching in Louisiana, please forgive me for the mispronunciations. And if I'm getting it right, accidental probably. 2-2 now. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone, 2 on, top of inning 2. Gray pitching to Scheck-Snyder, and he will send it foul over towards first and right. Some runners back. LeBlanc goes to first, Poche to second. Here is the 2-2 offering. Swing and a miss. Out goes Scheck-Snyder. Leaves a couple of base runners on. Gray with a couple of Ks. Poche looking. Scheck-Snyder swinging. Nobody scores in the top of the second. We head to the bottom of the inning. Still a scoreless ball game.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. For 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Wherever life takes you, remember all roads lead to Econo Lodge. We make travel easy. Econo Lodge, easy stop on the road.
Leading off for Ozark, the pitcher. Number 17, Harrison Gray.
Bottom of the second, Harrison Gray starting things off for Ozark. Max Berggreen, Landon Joseph due up in the inning 2. Gonzales makes some noise in the top part of the second. Got a pair of base runners on. Poche with a double and LeBlanc walked, but both left on. And it is scoreless now in the bottom part of the inning. Harrison Gray with a swing and miss. Max Berggreen. Landon Joseph will follow and is fouled away. And it is 0-2 now on Gray. And Gray lost that stick when he took a swing at the pitch and stuck it into foul territory. Nothing in 2 on Gray. Spencer Stevens retiring the side in order. Got 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the first. Working on 4 straight. And pitches high to Gray for ball 1. Not much going on in the world of Major League Baseball. I think maybe one game tonight. Everybody getting over the All-Star break, and it'll be back to the full swing of things over the weekend. Speaking of swing of things, swing and a miss by Gray. Back-to-back Ks, 3 strikeouts now for Stevens.
The shortstop, number 14, Max Berggreen.
And there's one away for Max Berggreen. Landon Joseph moving to the on-deck circle. Just a little after 8 o'clock here in the Central Time Zone. Busy day of baseball here on JockJive. 7 games total, 6 here, and then got the Florida AAA State Championship under our belts down in Sebring this morning. Congratulations to San Antonio winning that one. And of course, all games, everything that we do on JockJive available. Whether to watch the archives or a download, you can get downloads of this game. It is hit hard towards right field, and that will sail over the head of Hayden McPhail. McPhail came running in, actually looked like at one point he was probably in the right spot to make the catch, but instead, Berggreen is waved home. The throw to the plate, he will dive in for the score. Max Berggreen makes it a 1-zip Ozark lead. And that's going to be scored as a hit, which would make it an inside the Parker. So the day's first home run, not of the out of the park variety, but in the park. Berggreen makes it a 1-0 Ozark advantage. Landon Joseph batting. Rolls it over towards left field. That's a base hit. Hugs the line inside the chalk. Let's see if it's 2 or 1 for Joseph, and Joseph will get the second easily. Joseph in scoring position for Trevor Morris. Javon Christian moves to the on-deck circle.
Morris.
Bottom of the second, Ozark taking the advantage. The home run by Berggreen And the double by Joseph. Bunted by Morris. Right back it goes to Stevens. He will go over to first, get the out, but Joseph will go to third on the sacrifice. And has scored 1-3. And Javon Christian asked to drive in Ozark's second run of the ball game.
Number 9, Javon Christian.
Aaron Andrews moves to the on-deck circle. When you get to the top of the third, it's the bottom of the order coming to the plate for Gonzales. Hayden McPhail will start things off, and then back to the 1 and 2 spots. Christian stepping out of the box, now back in. Game goes 7, or an hour 50, or more innings if tied, or less innings if somebody's up by plenty. Outside with the pitch to Christian. Here is the 1-0 pitch. Christian awaits. High 2-0. Couple of pitches outside of the strike zone to Christian. Aaron Andrews is on deck. Spencer Stevens, right-hander on the hill, looking squarely over at Joseph at third. It is popped up over towards foul territory, but near first, and there goes Jaden Addy to make the catch. And Christian will fly out, leaving Joseph on. But the inside the park home run from Bergreen makes it a 1-0 Ozark lead as we head to the top of the third.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Ozark, a quaint southern town in southeast Alabama, home of Fort Rucker, the world's largest helicopter training facility, and the Army Aviation Museum. While you're in Ozark, enjoy unique shopping and dining. Visit our beautifully manicured downtown square, home of Claybank Jamboree and the Ozark Crawdad and Music Festival. Relax at Ed Lisenby Lake with its excellent fishing and 3-mile walking and birding trail. But no baseball enthusiast can leave Ozark without visiting historic Eagle Stadium, built in 1946. Come enjoy Ozark.
Are looking to buy or sell property, a business, or a brand new home in South Alabama or Northwest Florida, then contact Merrifield Pilcher Realty. With over 60 years of combined real estate experience, the professional team of realtors at Merrifield Pilcher Realty is ready to go to work for you. Call today at 850-892-9650.
First pitch here in the top of the third into foul territory for Hayden McPhail. Joshua Marchant. Hunter Arnold due up in the inning 2. Big crowd on hand for the opening ceremonies. And on the field beneath, There were 20 teams all congregating. Fouled away, 0-2. But most of those teams heading to the house. Kind of an unusual arrangement for the host squad. They've got the late game tonight and the early game tomorrow. Got to be back here at Eagles Stadium to take on Jolton, Tennessee at 8 a.m. Pitches inside to McPhail, 1-2. Ozark plating a run in the bottom of the second on the inside the park home run from Max Berggreen. Here's the 1-2 offering. And it is fouled off of McPhail. "37 minutes into this one. So if we have to implement the time limit, looking at the end time around 9:30. Again, fouled away by McPhail. Well, McPhail battling to begin the top of the third. Joshua Marchand, Hunter Arnold waiting for their opportunity as well. 3 balls, couple of strikes. Gray trying not to walk the 9-hitter, and the 9-hitter for Gonzales trying to get on. Swing and a miss. And McPhail will strike out to begin the third. For Gray, that is strikeout number 3.
Now batting number 20, Joshua Marchand.
1 away as we go back to the top of the order. Joshua Marchand popped out behind the plate. And coach had gotten a chair and was sitting outside of the dugout. And Blue says, got to be inside. Low in the opening pitch to Marchand. 1 ball, no strikes. Hunter Arnold coming to the plate next. Marchand popped out, as I mentioned, behind the plate. It was the first out in the first inning. Gray, the right-hander, deals for the windup. It is bunted right back to Gray. Scoops it up. Got time to go over to first. Gets it there to get Marchand on the 1-3 putout. 2 down for Hunter Arnold.
Now batting number 3, Hunter Arnold.
Arnold with a line out to short in the first. Spencer Stevens moving to the on-deck circle. Toss comes in high. Spencer Stevens moving to the on-deck circle. Swing and a miss by Arnold. Bottom of the order shows up when we get to the bottom of the third. Aaron Andrews will lead things off for Ozark. Blaine McDaniel, Ryan Lenford due up in the inning. 2 pitches over the head of Arnold. Two balls and a strike. Two and offering. Now 2-2. Turning into a beautiful evening here in Ozark, Alabama. That light mist, that light rain that had fallen for the better part of an hour or so has, for all practical purposes, stopped. I don't see much dripping off the roof, so turned into a gorgeous evening here in Ozark. Considering that July can be hot and muggy, not particularly so. Rolled over towards second. Morris will field, and he will whip it to first. Hit the out of Arnold on the 4-3. A little bit of a pump made it close over at first, but gets him. And we're 2.5 in with Ozark leading it by 1.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Your stay in Morristown at the Best Western Plus Morristown Conference Center Hotel. When checking in, be sure to show your Best Western Rewards card and earn points. And make yourself at home in their spacious lobby, plenty of seating room, and a large screen TV await. Enjoy complimentary hot breakfast served from 6 to 10 each day, where you can make your own waffle in the breakfast room. For your comfort, you'll find kitchenettes, suites, king and queen size beds, a dining table, a work desk, and a chair, and LCD televisions in their rooms. They also have accommodations for conferences, banquets, and meetings. The Oakwood Room can accommodate up to 160 guests. The Cherokee Room is perfect for a business retreat and can accommodate up to 80 guests. Audiovisual equipment and catering are available to make your event special. Just give them a call to check rates and book one of their meeting or banquet rooms today. The Best Western Plus Morristown Conference Center Hotel.
Gonzales goes 1-2-3 in the top part of the inning. Aaron Andrews, the bottom part of the order, starting things off at the bottom of the third for Ozark. 1-0 pitch fouled away. Count evens at 1. Blaine McDaniel, Ryan Ledford coming to the plate as well here in the bottom of the third. A ball, a strike. That's a good looking pitch. Had some movement on it. Looked like it was coming inside on Andrews and then broke into the strike zone. And it is 1-2. Not particularly late on the Thursday night here in Ozark, Alabama. Got our baseball underway. I know in years gone by doing ACCC state tournaments and also some World Series action here, that not uncommon to be here until 12 o'clock at night. Unless something really odd happens, that shouldn't happen tonight. Count even at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Aaron Andrews facing Spencer Stevens for the first time tonight. Andrews is the only Ozark starting 9 that hasn't seen Stevens yet until now. And Andrews didn't care for the time that Stevens took on the bump, asked for time, steps out of the box. Well, Stevens taking a lot of time still on that hit. And now apparently just can't get together as far as communication with his catcher and his catcher with the dugout. Now you've got both Stevens and Poche looking over to the dugout. Two-two offering. It is high and away, and the count runs full. Well, this has kind of become a Major League Baseball feeling game with the amount of time between pitches. Payoff pitch inside of the walk issue to Andrews.
Now batting, number 3, Blaine McDaniel.
Blaine McDaniel batting with a base runner aboard. Ryan Ledford moves to the on-deck circle. Spencer Stevens back turned to the runner at first, and now time asked for him by Blaine McDaniel. Kind of a psychological cat and mouse game going on between hitter and pitcher. Blaine McDaniel struck out in the first, outside with the pitch. Ryan Ledford, who wrapped into the 5-3, moves to the on-deck circle. Bottom of the third with a base runner on. Well, let's see what's going on elsewhere in the sports world. I mentioned Major League Baseball. Got just that one game, Cubs and Cards. Stolen base for Andrews, pulls into second with a head first dive. Count goes to 2-0 on McDaniel. Cubs leading the Cards 6-4, bottom of the 6th with a couple of outs. Kevin Kistner leading the first round of the Open. Into the strike zone, 2-1. 48 minutes into the game, nearly at the 50 mark, which would indicate 1 hour left. With his lead at second, Andrews, and now Stevens fakes the throw to second, and Andrews gets back safely. Blaine McDaniel awaits the pitches outside, and the count runs 3-1. Well, in Dixie baseball, for the 15-year-olds, this is the end of the road. You want a World Series title, and you're wanting that biggest piece of hardware, and it will come from Ozark, Alabama. Into the dirt, walk issued to McDaniel. It will bounce away from Poche. Fires over to third, trying to get Andrews, and Andrews will wind up coming home. Meanwhile, McDaniel goes to second. So the walk and the error, and Andrews will score. McDaniel at second. And it becomes a 2-zip contest. And coach coming out to talk to his pitcher. Ryan Ledford coming to the plate. 2-zip contest. Bottom of the third, Ozark, Alabama with the advantage. And Spencer Stevens getting roughed up a little bit here in the bottom of the third, so coach calls a meeting. leaning on the mound. I don't anticipate Stevens leaving yet, but he's getting one or the other, words of encouragement or some chastisement, after issuing back-to-back walks. Putting Andrews and McDaniel on, and then, of course, the throwing error by Poche turned into the Andrews run. And Ryan Ledford, who hit into the 5-3, steps in. Ledford coming out of the box, stepping down the line, takes a practice cut, gets back in. Back up onto the bump climbs Spencer Stevens, giving McDaniel a look at second and obviously concerned for the runner. Makes the throw to second. Well, we are there inside an hour to finish this one. And of course, again, that is with some conditions. You don't just at the 1 hour, 50-minute mark say, okay, guys, that's it, wrap it up. Ledford trying to butt McDaniel over, and it's 0-1. Carson Dunlap moving to the on-deck circle. Ledford was the middle out of the first inning when he wrapped into the 5-3. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Stevens showing, but again was Ledford pitch high and inside to run the count even at 1. So Ledford trying to lay down the sacrifice and get the runner 90 feet further down the path. Carson Dunlap next. Stevens, one of the more slow and methodical workers on the hill anyway, but with base runners on, he really slows down the pace. Low with the pitch to run it 2-1 on Ledford. Top of the fourth, it'll be Stevens, Eddy, and Poche coming to the plate. Stevens from the stretch. And that pitch will miss just a hair outside, 3-1. Now Stevens has walked 2 straight. Already been paid a visit by Coach, so another visit from Coach means he's done, if it happens this inning. So walk Ledford, and that doesn't necessarily mean you get one of those unwelcome visitors outside, and another walk. And a couple of base runners on now for Carson Dunlap. Well, you got to believe you're getting close to where Coach has got to come back out. If you walk Dunlap, maybe a visit, give up a base hit, maybe. Oddly enough, I'm thinking the visit may be more likely after a walk than a hit, but we'll see. Into the dirt. Runners moving up 90 feet. And they are at second and third. Carson Dunlap with a 1-0 count. Harrison Gray moving to the on-deck circle. And now Coach coming out, and that's it for the starting pitcher, Stevens. So it's the second visit of the inning. Means the day's done. Got a new pitcher coming in for Gonzales right after the break.
Ozark, a quaint southern town in southeast Alabama, home of Fort Rucker, the world's largest helicopter training facility, and the Army Aviation Museum. While you're in Ozark, enjoy unique shopping and dining. Visit our beautifully manicured downtown square, home of Claybank Jamboree and the Ozark Crawdad and Music Festival. Relax at Ed Lisenby Lake with its excellent fishing and 3-mile walking and birding trail. But no baseball enthusiast can leave Ozark without visiting historic Eagle Stadium, built in 1946. Come enjoy Ozark.
Just about all white, Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it. Colton Poche, the new pitcher coming in from center field. All kinds of defensive changes for Gonzales. As Poche will face Dunlap and then hit him. And that loads things up here in the third.
Now batting number 17, Harrison Gray.
Harrison Gray, the cleanup hitter with lots to clean up. Dunlap at first, Ledford at second, McDaniel at third. The other defensive changes, though, Spencer Stevens coming off the hill goes to short. The old shortstop is the new third baseman, Joshua Marchand. Moving from third to left, Stephen LeBlanc. Adam Schicksnyder moving from left to center field. Into the strike zone it goes to Gray. So familiar faces in new places as Harrison Gray awaits the 0-1 offering from Poche. It is fouled off, 0-2. Nobody out, one in, bases full. Bottom of the third, 2-zip. Long game, 1 hour in already. And only in the bottom of the third. By the way, you see a text number on your screen. Want to send a shout out to a player or a team? That's the number. Just let us know where you are watching from. That's not mandatory, just requested. 334-488-1385. 334-488-1385. 1 ball, couple of strikes on Gray. Gray, a strikeout victim in the second. Almost a strikeout victim in the third. Pitch missed, but not by much, and the count goes even. Two balls, 2 strikes, bases full. Dunlap at first, Ledford at second, McDaniel at third. And the game has come to a crawl here in the bottom of the third. Slated to go 7, but at this rate, maybe not. Gray thinking about it. Instead lays off with the pitch, thought about reaching outside to poke it over towards right, but decided he couldn't catch up with it. And the count will run full. Pressure on Poche with the bases loaded. You walk him, a run scores. Error committed, a run scores. Base hit, multiple runs score. Balk and run score. A lot of things working in Ozark's favor right now, but Poche trying to change that. It is a foul ball over towards right field. Missed being fair by less than a foot. And everybody goes back to where they were. Infield in, trying to cut down the runner at the plate. Gray trying to give Ozark a definitive lead here in the bottom part of the third. It is inside, and the walk is issued, a bases loaded walk. Makes it a 3-zip game.
Now batting, number 14, Max Bergreen.
Gray picking up the RBI with the bases loaded walk. Makes it a 3-zip Ozark lead.
Courtesy of number 4, the catcher. Number 11, Jackson Dassinger.
Jackson Dassinger is now the courtesy runner for Dunlap at second. Shout out to the Poche twins from Mom and Claire back home in St. Amant, Louisiana. Thanks so much, Mom and Claire. Three, 488-1385.
Number 4, Brody Walker.
Brody Walker, the courtesy runner for Gray, so a couple of courtesy runners aboard. As part of a bases loaded scenario here in the bottom part of the third in a 3-zip contest. Outside with the opening pitch to Bergreen. Bergreen, an inside the park home run. Shot one to right field, got over the head of McPhail, and by the time it was retrieved at the base of the wall, he had dove in to the house. Into the strike zone, count evens 1 each. Good crowd on hand. Of course, Ozark, Alabama is very good at supporting their team, and really baseball, period, here. Nice stop at first. Did he get the out over at first? Nope. Eddie Fields goes over to Arnold covering the bag. The official says he didn't get in there in time. Well, there was a bang-bang play at first. Let's see if there's an appeal made. Or if Gonzales is contending now, there probably will be an appeal to the plate umpire. Let's see. Well, let's see if it is an out or a Max Berggreen base hit after the conversation between the officials. Well, the conversation ongoing, you can see it there to the right side of your screen. And now they will indeed call Berggreen safe. So it will be a base hit and an RBI.
Now batting, number 26, Landon Joseph.
Base is still loaded. 4-zip contest. Landon Joseph showing bunt. Trying to put down the squeeze and now tagged out. Coming home. Well, that's why it's the suicide. Joseph didn't lay down the bunt. And the runner coming in from third didn't know the bunt hadn't been laid down. Almost snuck by Poche, but Poche at the last minute reaches over and tags out the runner coming in. The other runners moving up 90 feet. Into the strike zone, 0-2 on Joseph. Well, we are still hanging around the bottom part of the third. Have I mentioned that this game has kind of come down to a crawl? Just meandering around the home half of the third inning. And has been for a while. One-two offering, swing and a miss. Joseph becoming the first strikeout victim of the game for the new pitcher, Colton Poche. And there are two gone now as Trevor Morris steps in. Morris laid down a sacrifice in the second, batting here in the third. As a couple of base runners on, Joseph is at second. And Walker running for Gray is over at third. In the strike zone to even the count at 1. One offering. Shot back to Poche. He looks over to first, throws there, and gets Morris on the 1-3. Couple of base runners left on. Two coming in score. Actually make that 3 plate in the third. The lead goes to 4. It belongs to Ozark. Stevens, Eddie, and Poche coming up when we get to the fourth for Gonzales.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. There's that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State.
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Ozark, a quaint southern town in southeast Alabama, home of Fort Rucker, the world's largest helicopter training facility, and the Army Aviation Museum. While you're in Ozark, enjoy unique shopping and dining. Visit our beautifully manicured downtown square, home of Claybank Jamboree and the Ozark Crawdad and Music Festival. Relax at Ed Lisenby Lake with its excellent fishing and 3-mile walking and birding trail. But no baseball enthusiast can leave Ozark without visiting historic Eagles Stadium, built in 1946. Come enjoy Ozark.
Number 16, Spencer Stevens.
Top of the fourth, Spencer Stevens starting things off. Jaden Eddy. Clayton Poche drew up in the inning as well, facing Harrison Gray. Gray with his first pitch into the strike zone, or actually outside of it, 1-0. Stevens ground out to first. He was the last out of the first inning. Ozark getting 3 runs in the bottom of the third. Andrews, McDaniel, and Ledford coming in. Swing and a miss to even the count at 1 on Stevens. Jaden Eddy awaiting his chance next. Top of the fourth, 4-zip score. The pitch, it is low and away. Well, if you're looking at time limits, we're about 38 minutes maybe, if I'm looking at the clock right. I'm trying to duck and get out of the way Stevens, and then he got dinked right on the back. And Gonzales gets a base runner here in the top of the fourth.
Now batting, number 18, Jaden Eddy.
So Stevens on for Jaden Eddy. Eddy wrapped into the 4-3. He was the first out of the second inning. Clayton Poche moving to the on-deck circle. Gonzales threatened to plate runs in the second. Went 3 up, 3 down in the first and third, but it was in the second when Poche got a double and then Labatt got on with a walk. But the arrival of base runners was sandwiched by outs. Inside pitch on Eddy. 1 ball, no strikes. An 8 at bat, bottom of the third for Ozark, Alabama. And there were 4 walks issued by Gonzales pitching, contributing to those 3 runs plating. Only 1 base hit in the inning. More you talked about an inning that didn't produce much in the way of hits, but did produce a bunch of runs. It was a 15 at-bat inning in the Mississippi Elite Jolton, Tennessee game. And the bulk of the runs came on walks and errors, not hits. 2 balls and a strike on Eddy. Nobody out, 1 aboard, top of the fourth. Here's the 2-1 offering. On the inside part of the plate, and the count will even up at 2. Had some Gonzales fans not particularly pleased with the call of blue. 2-2 offering from Gray. A glance over the left shoulder to the base runner at first, and then he hits Eddie. So Stevens hit by a pitch, Eddie hit by a pitch. And a couple of base runners are on for Gonzales.
Now batting, number 10, Clayton Poche.
Clayton Poche, who had a double the last time he came to the plate, coming to the plate now. Over third, Ryan Ledford is, I think, lacing up the cleats, so we're not going to resume play until that's done. And he's got glove in hand, and he does. Poche doubled with one away in the second. Has a couple of base runners on here in the fourth. And don't forget about Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Follow us, like us, and subscribe. Open up a brand new browser. Don't have to close out the browser that's got the game coverage for you. Swing and a miss. Throw goes down to first. And Eddie able to sit down back on the bag over at first. You find us on Twitter at JockJive, on Facebook, JockJive Sports. And of course, YouTube, put JockJive Sports in the search engine as well. And if you follow us or subscribe on YouTube, maybe a little easier to find us. Two balls and a strike on Poche. Gray with a couple of looks to the base runner. And then it is wrapped foul over towards the dugout at third. Stevens hit by a Gray pitch. Eddie hit by a Gray pitch. Both base runners on. Nobody out, tying run to the on-deck circle here in the top part of the fourth. Muscled over towards second. Fielded by Morris. Goes to second for one. Throw on to first. Will not get Poche. Meanwhile, Stevens slipped and fell, but he will hop up and come on home. So Eddie out on the 4-6. And apparently there was some form of interference that got Poche out. So Poche turned into a runner and then interfered. And is out number 2. Stevens will hold at third, and an inning of promise that looked like maybe some runs with plate. Not so promising now, as there are 2 gone for Colton Poche. Outside with the opening pitch to Poche, who struck out looking in the second. Stephen LeBlanc moving to the on-deck circle. Get over to Orange third. There it is gobbled up by McDaniel. Goes to the bag. Gets Poche and leaves Stevens on. Nobody scores in the top of the fourth. We head to the bottom of the inning. Still a 4-zip Ozark lead.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. For 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Bottom of the fourth, Javon Christian starting things off for Ozark. Gonzales threatening in the top part of the inning. Had a couple of base runners on with nobody out, but it began to unravel the opportunity for runs when Poche wrapped into the 4-6 and then interfered on the base path. There was 2 outs, and then Colton Poche following with a ground out to first. Javon Christian with a pop out to first. Back in the second. Count evens up at 1. Aaron Andrews, Blaine McDaniel, 2 up in the inning, 2. Still a 4-zip lead, Ozark. 1 ball, couple of strikes on Christian. And time may soon become a factor. If the game continues at the current pace, we're not going 7. We are at 1 hour and 23 unofficially. Hit to third, picked up there by Marchand, goes over to first. And now the officials are going to confer to see if Eddie got the dig. Second conversation between officials in as many innings, and safe on over at first is Christian.
Now batting, number 15, Aaron Andrews.
And that is charged as an error that's got Christian on. It brings Aaron Andrews to the plate. Andrews walked, stole a base, came in and scored a run back in the third. Batting here in the fourth, Blaine McDaniel to the on-deck circle. 1 aboard, nobody out. Christian heading to second, and he's there safely with the steal. When you get to the fifth for Gonzales, it's the bottom third of the order due up LeBlanc, Schick-Snyder, and McPhail. But again, as I mentioned, if the game stays at this pace, we're not going to the 7th. If it does pick up a little bit, might get there. We are 25 minutes away from the 150 mark. Throw goes to second. Christian able to get back safely. Bunt laid down. Poche coming off the bump. Picks it up quickly. Over to first. He misfires and he can't get to it. Coming in to score Christian. Andrews Not stopping at second. He is on his way to third. He is there easily. And apparently the baseball is stuck in the tarp. So there's good cause as to why the baseball could not be retrieved. I think Andrews would stay at third, probably. Christian comes in and scores the 5th run of the game. Let's see what the officials say.
Now batting, number 3, Blaine McDaniel.
And it looks like indeed the runner will stay at third. Well, now they're going to bring him back to second. So in scoring position at second is Andrews. Back-to-back errors. The E5 gets Christian on the E1. It's Andrews on. We go back to the top of the order. Blaine McDaniel, who has struck out and walked and scored a run, coming to the plate. And now coach saying, you guys got to get in the dugout. And that means all parts of the body. So at third, the legs and the feet back in as well. And Blaine McDaniel, who struck out and walked, facing Colton Poche for the first time. Another bunt laid down. This is a nice one. Throw to first. It's in time. And the sacrifice by McDaniels will get Andrews to third.
Now batting number 13, Ryan Leopard.
So one away with Andrews at third. Ryan Ledford, who has ground out to third and walked, scored a run as well, stepping into the batter's box. Carson Dunlap moves to the on-deck circle. O'Shea came in the third. 3 at-bats into the bottom of the third. All 3 have been walked by Stevens. And that's when Poche came in. Hit the first guy he faced, walked the second guy, then gave up a single before getting 2 outs. Fouled off by Ledford. And it is 0-2 on Carson Dunlap. Ozark getting nothing in the first, but runs every inning since. And building that lead to 5. Thinking about it, laying off the pitch is Dunlap. Harrison Gray to the on-deck circle. Bottom third of the order and the top of the 5th for Gonzales. 7, 8, and 9 coming to the plate. Firing it into right field. That is a base hit for Ledford that will bring in Andrews.
Batting number 1, Carson Dunlap.
And the Ozark lead is now 6. Carson Dunlap struck out in the first, last out of the inning. Hit by a pitch in the third, the first guy that Colton Poche faced when he came up onto the hill was Carson Dunlap. Harrison Gray to the on-deck circle. Another throw over to first, and again Ledford will get back safely. Six-0 contest, Ozark with the lead. Runner goes, late throw down from Poche, and it'll hit Ledford. He will dive in safely at second. Well, I mentioned the time limit. That probably is the thing that, at least, is the current most imminent threat to end the game early. And we are inside 20 minutes. And again, that is unofficially. Dunlap with a swing and miss. Nothing in 2. I start my clock, my streaming timer, just about the same time they start the clock. That indicates the beginning of the game, and it says 1 hour, nearly 32 minutes. Swing and a miss by Dunlap, and he will strike out.
Batting number 17, Harrison Gray.
2 gone for Harrison Gray. And I'm hearing 16 is the number. 16 minutes left. Harrison Gray with a strikeout in the 2nd. And a bases loaded walk in the 3rd. Hits this one into right field. That is a base hit. Rounding 3rd, coming home, Ledford. And Gray tacks on another run.
Batting number 14, Max Bergreen. Courtesy runner for the pitcher, number 4, Brody Walker.
Brody Walker running for Harrison Gray over at first. Max Bergreen stepping into the batter's box. Outside with the pitch. Bergreen, an inside the park home run and a single. Has got the bookends for the cycle. Well, the umpire again looking over towards the dugout at 3rd. Yeah, there might be maybe some gentlemen out of the dugout. I didn't see anybody slip back in, so I'm not sure what the conversation was about. Fouled away by Bergreen. And I think the umpire needs some more baseballs, and that's what he's about to get. Swing and a miss. Ball goes back to the screen, and off to second goes Walker. And now Max Bergreen with a 1-2 count, but an RBI opportunity in the form of Walker. Landon Joseph moving to the on-deck circle. 1-2 pitch. Bergreen reaches out, drop strike 3. Poche goes down to first to make sure that Bergreen is not only a strikeout, but is an out. 1 base runner left on, 3 coming in score. The lead built to 7. The block, Schick-Snyder and McPhail all coming up when we come back.
In Moorestown, at the Best Western Plus Moorestown Conference Center Hotel. When checking in, be sure to show your Best Western Rewards card and earn points. And make yourself at home in their spacious lobby, plenty of seating room, and a large screen TV await. Enjoy complimentary hot breakfast served from 6 to 10 each day, where you can make your own waffle in the breakfast room. For your comfort, you'll find kitchenettes, suites, king and queen size beds, a dining table, a work desk, and a chair, and LCD televisions in their rooms. They also have accommodations for conferences, banquets, and meetings. The Oakwood Room can accommodate up to 160 guests. The Cherokee Room is perfect for a business retreat and can accommodate up to 80 guests. Audio-visual equipment and catering are available to make your event special. Just give them a call to check rates and book one of their meeting or banquet rooms today. The Best Western Plus Morristown Conference Center Hotel.
He's got running room. Infield kicks it in. 40. Got one guy to beat, and he beats him easily into the end zone. It is a
in the country. Look out, he could be gone.
Bouncing away from the surgeon throw, and that got him. She's been the head coach, so she's done her part for the season series. And Robinson will get some much-deserved high fives over on the bench.
She earned those. That was a great hit. Right here,
Breaking ball, high drive, right center field. For the triangle it goes. Pops up over in the foul territory, and Murdoch, did he make? Murdoch looking for another TD toss. He's got it. Touchdown. Top of the fifth, Stephen LeBlanc leading things off against a new pitcher, Jackson Chansey. It is lifted into center field, but right to Javon Christian. And LeBlanc out number one. Well, we are about 9 minutes now from the end of the 1 hour, 50 minutes allotted.
Excuse me, 10 play.
So for Gonzales, really it's putting something together here in the fifth. Maybe their last opportunity. Trevor Tomplay stepping in. We did the NJCAA Division II World Series, and LSU won it, and they had a Tom Play on their squad. Of course, there's probably a number of Tom Plays in Louisiana. 3-0 pitch, and the walk issued to Tom Play. And got a hitter coming in for McPhail as well. That is Connor Brand. Well, apparently the French Cajun variation is Bro. So Bro batting with Tom Play on. Tom Play to second. And Dunlap will find it at the base of the screen, but Not before Tom plays in scoring position. One gone here in the top of the 5th. Pro batting, Marchand moving to the on-deck circle. On the inside part of the plate, the count evens up at 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away, 1 on. 7-zip Ozark lead, pool play. Here in the Dixie Baseball World Series, Bro did not particularly like the call, the pitch on the outside part of the plate. 1-2 pitch, stays upstairs 2-2. Joshua Marchand moving to the on-deck circle. 1 away, 1 aboard. And the 5th may be it for Gonzales. Strikeout, got him on the outside part of the plate. And there is 2 gone as Joshua Marchand steps in. Marchand has popped out behind the plate. Ground into a 1-3. Swings at the first pitch from Chansey. Harrison Gray worked 4 innings, faced 15, struck out 3, walked 1, gave up a hit. No runs, and he actually hit more than hit him. Hit 2. On the outside part of the plate, strike 2. Pitch comes in low. Well, we are about 5 minutes now away from an hour 50. Marchand 0 for 2 in the game. Hits the face gear of Dunlap, goes to the screen, going off to third, and there safely is Tom Play. Joshua Marchand with Tom Play at third, count even at 2. Chansey's pitch into the dirt. Goes to the screen, but not advancing as Tom Play. Did not want to run into the last out of the inning. Three balls, couple of strikes. On the corner, out goes Marchand.
Pitch count 19.
19 pitches for Chansey as he retires 2 via the K. Leaves 1 base runner on. And we will head to the bottom of the 5th, 3 minutes away from an hour 50.
In the country, look out, he could
field. Toward the triangle it goes.
Popped up over into foul territory, and Murdoch, did he make? Murdoch looking for another TD toss. He's got it. Touchdown. Just about all white Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it. Bottom of the fifth, Hunter Whitehead starting things off for Ozark. Trevor Morris, Javon Christian due up in the inning 2. It will be interesting to see if they let it play through. We are really about 30 seconds away from an hour 50, so that means Gonzales would not get an opportunity to bat again. So the only thing that can happen is that Ozark leads by more. Well, there's the answer. They'll cut it off right in the middle of a game. Here goes final with an hour 57 zip. Ozark wins it as we got into the bottom of the fifth. Thanks so much for watching our coverage on day one. Gonna take a break, grab something to eat, give the boys a little break, and be back at 8 tomorrow. See you then, Robert Williamson, for all of us at JockJive Sports.
We look for a 9:45 first.